Hey you guys, it's Brit. Tonight we're here to talk about something that is huge in the world of family vloggers. This has been a long time coming, but I want to share something really exciting that just happened over the last few days. So if you're interested in some positive changes when it comes to family vloggers and these children being bare minimum compensated for building entire brands for their parents, we're going to go over everything. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so at the top, I want to just point out, because I'm sure a few people will point it out for me, I do have a mark on my nose. I've been wearing my glasses all day. It's been very rainy and gloomy here, and when that weather comes, it tends to give me headaches. So I had my glasses on all day. I know there's a mark on my nose. It is what it is. If I keep my glasses on, then the glare is probably going to be distracting, so I decided to take them off. But yeah, that's why I have a mark across the bridge of my nose. I want to share this from The Hollywood Reporter. Gavin Newsom signs bills protecting compensation for child influencers. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed 2 bills into law in Los Angeles on Thursday that offer new financial protections to children who perform and appear in income-generating online content, which, let's be honest, most of the content that features kids is income-generating to one degree or another. Some of these families are making millions, some are making a couple $100s, but in one way, shape, or form, it's generating revenue for the parents. And at the end of the video, I want to go over some of the families that this could be impacting, those that are residents of California in 2024. It continues and says, one of those bills, California Assembly Bill 1880, expands California's longtime Coogan Law protections for child performers to influencers and online content creators who are minors. The Coogan Law, which was signed into law in the state in 1939, was named after a child silent film star, Jackie Coogan, mandates that 15% of a child performer's earnings be saved in a protected trust that they can access when they reach adulthood. I have talked about the Coogan Law many different times on my channel. If you search my username and Coogan, some of those videos should pop up if you are curious. It continues and says, the other legislation that was greenlit on Thursday, Senate Bill 764, states that online influencers featuring children in at least 30% of their output must put away a percentage of gross earnings in a trust for the minor to access when they become an adult. The bill also requires creators to maintain records of income generated from content featuring children and how many minutes minors appeared in that content, among other information. Former Disney child star Demi Lovato, who recently helmed and appeared in the Hulu documentary Child Star, which raised issues of financial exploitation of child performers, joined Newsom for the Thursday signing. The entertainment industry, Newsom said in a video posted to California Governor's X account, has obviously evolved now with online social media content creators. Since the establishment of California's Coogan Law, there has been a glaring gap, and this legislation basically closes that loophole, he said. Lovato called the laws essentially the Coogan Law for the digital age. Child Star, released on September 17th on Hulu, features activist Chris McCarty of the organization Quit Clicking Kids, which champions efforts to compensate child performers and preserve minors' right to privacy. McCarty and Lovato both advocated for legislation to protect child performers in California before Thursday's signing. Imagine all of the families that are vlogging their kids, or influencers that are showing their kids that are residents of California. Imagine, this probably ruined their day for some of them. Not all of them, but for some, this was probably like, you mean we have to save some of that money for little Timmy that we're using in all of our content? How mind-blowing. So who are some of the family vloggers that this is going to hit really hard for? The top two that I thought of are JesssFam and the Ballinger family. Now, the LeBrant family recently moved out of California. I almost wonder if that was not strategic in some way, shape, or form, kind of thinking that this was going to progress, because this has been a conversation for years. I almost wonder now, was that, or did that go into part of their decision-making plan to get out of California? On top of the Ballingers, and yes, obviously I'm including Colleen in that group because she's also a family vlogger, and JesssFam, I also think of Sam and Nia. Sam and Nia have a very long, toxic, problematic history on social media. They are residents of California. There's also a couple that I haven't covered. The More the Merrier vlogs. Mama Munchkin, the Levin Life, and I am not sure if the Prince family are in California or not, but they could also be hit with this. There's also families like the Daily Bumps, the Johnson fam, Sly Fox family, the Wander family, it's Judy's Life, Phil and Alex. There are so many of these vloggers that are residents of California that I'm sure some of them are thinking, okay, well, we're not super surprised by this and we're just going to have to play by the rules if we want to continue to show our kids. The others are thinking, okay, now we're going to finally get our kids off social media because we don't want to abide by these laws, but we want to continue making content. So literally not being able to monetize their kids is finally going to get them to say, hey, our kids deserve privacy, but it's not for the reason that you would think or hope. It's because they can't monetize the content in the manner that they want to. Some of these family vloggers for years, like the Fish Fam, I covered this years ago, but they claim that they were putting money aside. But when a family or when a couple says, oh, well, we are putting money aside, but they don't show any proof of that, I just don't believe you. Because you have the $2 million house and the luxury vehicles, and you're going on, 12 vacations a year, and you have all of this materialistic garbage. I just don't really see where paying taxes and also saving for your kids, because they are owed that money, I just don't see how the math can math in those situations. Sunkissed Mama is also on that list. Speaking of JesssFam, she, to my knowledge, is a resident of California. So either way, it really doesn't matter what family is going to be hit by this. What I'm interested in, are they going to change their content? Are they going to take their kids off their channel? Are they going to actually show people without saying it, okay, well, now that this law is kind of messing up our whole thing, now we're going to take our kids off the channel? That is going to be the really telling part. But we're going to sit back and see what happens. I will link an extended article about this down below in case y'all want to deep dive it for yourselves. But I'm glad. I hope that this continues. I said when I covered this happening in Illinois several months ago, I said, I really hope that California is next. And here we are. So either way, that's going to be it for tonight. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.